NuMainstream.
2, 1.
Oh, let me get right. My fault, y'all. Welcome to NuMainstream Talks. Welcome back. I am your host, JR, just JR. I missed y'all. I'm back this week. And I got my man, my brother.
What up,
Mr. Kyron Scott in the building with me.
Building, son.
And then, of course, we have a special guest today.
Uh-oh.
Next special guest today.
Yeah.
Miss Katie Boulevard in the building. Give it up for Katie Boulevard in the building. Yes, sir.
What's up? Hello.
How you doing?
Pretty good. Nice Sunday afternoon.
Yes,
How y'all
it is.
doing?
We chilling.
We good. We kicking it with you. We good. So what you been up to?
Man, just trying to keep up with the music thing. Very booked and busy right now, so just trying to keep up with all these dates.
Hey, booked and busy. Where you been at?
Well, yesterday I was at the Van Dyke hosting like an open mic, open jam, open aux kind of pull up type of thing. I used the opportunity to do like an analog DJ set, so I played with vinyl CDs and 404 back and forth. It was pretty cool, and then have people come up and play their music, do karaoke, all kind of different things. It was like just open music jam, 12 to 3. And then I played at the Continental last night with my band.
Yeah.
Trio joint.
Yeah.
Just an hour, real quick, little give you a taste. So.
Yo, if y'all missed out, it was a dope show, yo. It was, the vibe was in the place, the music was live, it was very authentic. I just want to say thank you. You know what I'm saying? The show was it was dope. That's all I can say.
Thank you for coming.
You're dope.
I appreciate you popping up.
Yeah.
See y'all in the space.
Yeah.
Oh man, I missed it. Like I told you earlier, I just got the crib. I just got home from being out on the other.
That's real. I feel it.
Yeah.
Well, okay, you been at the Continental, the Van Dyke. Where else you been at? I know you said you've been booked and busy.
Yeah, I've been all over the place. Last couple of gigs, I played Odin with the band too. And with my show series Beats Batch, I played Reboot Arcade in Winston-Salem. Reynolds Place Theater in Winston-Salem, like Arts Council, that theater out there. I've been all over the place, just popping up where I can.
Word.
Yeah.
All right, Katie. So for those that aren't familiar with you, how would you describe your style?
I would say it's like a mixture of like jazz, hip hop, really at the core of it. It's like a connection of like interposing like bossa nova style jazz, like older kind of like, jazz theory methods with the vocals and with my guitar styling, but then integrating my hip hop, my love for hip hop and like my beat making and creation like that. So like I'll make really, really heavy hip hop beats, but then play like jazz style guitar over them. So it's a fusion of, I would say, those two worlds.
Okay, and it is dope, yo. I've heard it. I've been there. I wasn't at the last one, but I've been at the show. It is dope. She's super talented. So as far as on the hip hop side of it, right? Who would you say is your biggest influences?
I would definitely say Mos Def is one of my top influences.
Yes.
I really, really love his flow. I love the beat selection. I have a tattoo on my arm that says Black on Both Sides.
Yes.
That album changed my life. It's very important to me and my upbringing.
Facts.
I really love, like, specifically highlighting some, like, women rappers. I really love Ladybug Mecca from Diggable Planets. She just had this, like, really soulful tone, and she used the smoothness of her voice to ride the track in an interesting way, and that really, like, inspires me a lot when I rap. And like beyond that, I would say like, I don't know, you said like rappers, I guess.
Not necessarily have to be rappers, but just more as far as like the hip hop side of it.
Yeah.
It includes R&B, whatever.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, definitely Jay Dilla too. I can't believe I didn't even think of that. Yeah, Jay Dilla. That was Jay Dilla tattoo. So like.
Yeah.
That's a Dilla disciple right there,
right?
homie.
You know what I'm saying? Right. You influence if they getting tatted.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's real. The love is real.
That's what's up. Okay, so on the jazz side of it, who would you say has been your biggest influences?
I would say I really love bossa nova, and I really delve into Brazilian music for a big phase of my life. So I listen to a lot of Sergio Mendes and Astrid Gilberto. They both have like, especially Astrid has this like really, really smooth tone with her vocals. Like she isn't like, I don't know. She just knows how to fit a certain pocket, like when she hits as an instrument on a track. I really love Kareem Riggins when it comes to song structure. Like he's a really dope producer that's like also a drummer, and like kind of like bringing those tones together just kind of creates such a really cool pocket for making beats. So I feel like that really inspires like my production style, and you know, pulling in like drum patterns that are like inherently jazz, but like flipping it into a hip hop tone.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so hip hop is understandable. Pretty much everybody is exposed to it. What got you into jazz?
I actually found jazz before I found hip hop. I kind of had to find it on my own. My parents are a little bit older, so they kind of like, my dad was really big jazz and funk, and my mom was really like R&B soul.
Right.
There was like really no hip hop representation in my household growing up.
Okay.
So like all I'm listening to is like, my dad liked a lot of Japanese jazz. There was this band named Hiroshima that he really liked.
Yeah.
Loved Herbie Hancock.
Yeah.
Freddie Hubbard is another one. Like these names that kind of like George Benson.
Yeah.
You know, like guitarists, like Jeffrey Osborne too is another one. Like singers that kind of, guitarists and singers that hit those jazz pockets, like, but also pulled in R&B notes too.
Yeah.
You know, so I had to like find hip hop later on, but jazz is kind of the original like foundation for me.
Okay, see that's different. Most of us think everybody here, well, some of y'all church boys, yeah, hip hop was the first thing. I ain't get introduced to R&B, well, knowingly until I was older, and I was like, what is this? What are all these feelings they're talking about? I don't like this.
Uncomfortable.
Right, you know how it is when you a little kid listening to R&B in the car with your parents, like
my soul.
Like, are they talking about a thing they talking about? Ew, turn it off. Ew.
Yeah.
Ew. But rabbit hole, my bad. So jazz first. What would you say is the hardest part about trying to blend the two?
Okay, I'll be honest, like I'm not a big theory head. Like I'm not a really big music theory head. And I feel like for me at least the challenge that I have is because like if I don't speak a music theory language, some people that are in the jazz world, it might be a little harder to communicate with them. And I'm grateful, I will say that like the people that I've performed with, like Tyler Monroe on my drummer, like he's like a real jazz head, you know, like he's a straight ahead guy. He went to school for it, you know, like he works in that world, but like he knows how to speak my language without us having to know how to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or like, and y'all know Philip too.
Yeah.
So like, you know, Phil is like, you ain't gotta even, you know what I mean? You just gotta give him the right look, and he's gonna take it away.
He's gonna be on it.
Yeah.
Phil is gonna be on it.
Shout out to Dr. Feelgood.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to Dr. Feelgood, absolutely. So you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's kind of like you just find people that know how to speak your language. But I will say, like when it's come with collaborating with other people, it has been a little tough. And jazz is all about collaboration. So you know, I think I just need to get my chops up a little bit. That's on me. I will say, just need to get my chops up.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's fair. I mean, shouldn't be too hard.
Nah,
this time. We in Greensboro. There's musicians everywhere.
Yeah.
Facts.
Dope musicians everywhere. In case y'all ain't know. So
you should know.
If you don't know, you're gonna find out. So I don't want to hear no excuses about there ain't nothing to do in Greensboro. Ain't no music.
Right.
So, Katie.
You looking at it right here.
Yeah, you looking at it right here. So, Katie, like, what's your creative process? Like, since you do produce and you rhyme and you sing, like, do you go into like, what's your creative process like when you hear a beat? It's like, if you make a beat for the intentions to rap on it, is that what your focus is, or you just be like, I'm just gonna make it and see what comes out?
It's usually the latter. I would say I feel like sometimes I'll make a beat where I feel like rapping and I want to make something like this, but I feel like 9 times out of 10 it never comes out like this. You know what I mean? So like after a while I kind of stopped doing that and just like let the music flow how it flows. So like I'll make a beat and it'll just be a beat for a while, and then maybe I'll start rhyming some other moment. You know, like I'll just be writing something. I'm like, oh, that'll go with this beat. And then it just kind of comes together later on. I feel like that's more of my process now than anything. Okay. It's just like makes it a little bit more natural, hands off. Like the universe links these things together. You know?
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I always wanted about that. as far as like, so for me as a rapper, like hearing you, I'm kind of jealous because I'm just like, yo, she do the beat and she do this, but then she could go that way. Not jealousy, like I hate things. But I just be like, yo, that is dope as shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to dive into like your identity as an artist. Like, where do you see yourself in this grande picture of artisanship in Greensboro?
I can't lie to you. I feel like because I do a lot of things, I'm having a hard time figuring out where I see myself.
Okay.
And I think that's why I'm like so active and so busy, because like I want to like engage in so many different spaces, and like I really want to create and cultivate spaces too. That's why I throw events. Yeah. But like it's a lot to do, like, and I wish that I just had one pocket that I was like obsessed with, and that was the only thing that I did, so I could give all my energy to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I feel like I'm trying to figure out how to find myself in a place where I can interconnect all these pockets that I'm connected to. Like that's my ideal, is that like all the individual people that I'm like connected to, and because of the different things that I do, whether or not it's like beats or rapping or singing, people might see me in a different capacity depending on where they were introduced to me. Like if you come to one of my shows, I might be singing the whole set. And then if you come to another one and it's just rapping, I feel like it kind of depends on who's calling me and who's inviting me to do the gig.
Yeah.
But that's also cultivated different pockets of people, and I'm trying to figure out like my new stance is what my goal is that I could use that to connect all of these people together. So it's like that's my goal. That's what who I would like to be, the community liaison through my music and all the things that I create. Yeah, I don't know if that was a tangent. It might have been.
You good. That's a great tangent.
No, you good.
Girl, this is your album. Go ahead, do your thing.
First off, it's a good ass goddamn question. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, that was a good ass fucking answer. Great answer. Jesus. Politician up here.
You ever thought about running for mayor?
Yeah, you know what? I've had people say that to me before. Like, you should be in the government.
I'm just saying.
I'm like, yeah, maybe.
Yeah?
It's a lot of forces to work through, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I've been more angry than I am now.
Oh, Lord. Not angry.
You're angry?
You're right. Yo, exactly. You angry? I don't see it.
I'm not. You wouldn't see it off me, but I just be peeping shit. I just see a lot of things.
Okay.
I'll just say that. Yeah, I just see a lot of things.
She's internalizing.
Yeah.
When someone finally set her off.
Man, the world is crazy.
Everybody
People are crazy,
I feel you.
People are crazy out here.
Yeah.
So.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So, as far as seeing things, like, where do you see Greensboro music, and particularly you being, I won't say a gatekeeper because I guess I'm going to say it, a gatekeeper. You being a gatekeeper, where do you want to see it go? And like, where do you see it as now? Do you see it can progress faster, or what's your?
I mean, it's definitely gonna progress. Like, it's already progressing. I think that's something that nobody can stop because of so many people moving and integrating with the space. And I don't know, no matter what, people are moving here really quickly from other places.
Yep.
I think people that have left are starting to come back as well, and I think people are noticing the potential of a music scene here. And like I'm hoping that the right people will be able to connect and build and create in this space. And like, as much as you could call me a gatekeeper, I feel like I still kind of like, I don't hold all the cards, like maybe I'll hold one or two cards, but like, because I'm not an owner of a physical space, or because like, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there are people that have power because of the holding of those spaces. So like, I just hope that, and I'm really like seeing that like a lot of these spaces are learning how to integrate with more of the artists and trying to partner with people and integrate with people. Like, that's where I hope that Greensboro takes the direction. Like, that's my fingers crossed, is that these spaces will do the work and take the time to connect to the individual artists that are here, connect to the spaces that are being built, because there's so many different individual pockets, but they don't all over connect. They don't all interconnect. There's people that I feel like, oh, y'all don't know each other? Y'all don't know each other? And I'd be really surprised because it's just like just different pockets. They just been in different pockets. So like I feel like that's one of my favorite things is to connect, and you know I think Greensboro is going to grow more and more as more venues pop up and more people move here, more young people stay here too.
Right.
You know, so like it's definitely shifting. It's growing a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. You're right. It is. We'd love to see it. We need it to happen a little bit more, a little faster. But it's happening. And the events you throw and the events that other people throw, along with Strange Fruit and everybody else, that's what we need to keep doing. Those things definitely help. As far as that, how's it as far as working with other artists, like just building those relationships, and have you found a way to do that?
It's been good. I would say it's like everybody is grinding. Like, you know, I feel like it's interesting to see the levels too. You know, I feel like I'm working with, you know, people that have just graduated from UNCG and they're super crazy, amazing, talented. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you got people that are like 55 and, you know, been living in Greensboro their whole life, and they've been playing in Greensboro their whole life, and I play shows with them too.
Yeah.
You know, and I really love that like Greensboro opens up the space and the range for me to integrate with all of those people. I totally forgot your whole question, my friend.
Hey.
I mean, you answered it, so it's
I
like,
did.
yeah, you good.
Good.
It's okay. It happens here on NuMainstream Talks. It happens from time to time. Don't feel bad. Look, I've done it too. I'm the host of the show, and I'll be forgetting. It's all right. It's all right.
Oh man, that was a good one.
Yeah, but nah. So, who are some artists that you haven't gotten to work with that you want to?
I have so many collaborations in the sky that I want to come down to. There's a lot of local artists that I feel like I'm really like impressed by, that I just think are really fly.
Okay.
I would love to work with Flower and Bloom. We've been in like sharing space a few times, and I'm sure we've done a few shows together, but we've never done an actual song together. You know, like her and Larry Mervin too. Like I have sat down with Larry before, and I'm like, I feel like we both, you know, equally said that we wanted to work on music, but just like haven't had the time to sit down and really make it happen. Here in Greensboro, I really love the UNCG art community right now. I love Housewife and Bedroom. Where like those are really dope bands. I would love to collaborate with them at some point. Yeah, there's so many beat makers too. So like I'm always trying to work with beat makers in the world and producers. I definitely want to work with NuMainstream too. I was definitely talking to y'all like, so why I'm not on track yet? Why I ain't on the track yet?
Yeah, Fanta, why she ain't on the track yet?
It's all about timing, man. It's all about
We
timing,
known each
baby.
other a long time.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, we got to get in the right space.
We'll
Yeah,
make it happen.
yeah.
Oh, no, we definitely gonna make that happen. We definitely gonna make that happen. There's too much talent in this room right now to not make that happen at some point.
Yeah.
So with that being said, what you got coming up next? What's next? What's the goal for the end of the year? You got any projects coming soon? What we got?
Yes, my biggest goal right now has been to like really get all of my work on all streaming platforms. I feel like I've been a little mysterious on the all streaming platforms front, and like I got stuff on Bandcamp and on SoundCloud, but I feel like, you know, having my older stuff re-released is my next goal. So I had like a mixtape that I put out back in 2017, kind of representing my really early works of music when I was first starting to make stuff, and I just kind of been revisiting those tracks and recreating them and like making them cleaner, making them nicer, you know, really putting them together. And then like my main MO is like releasing all of those. I've put out maybe like 5 or 6 tapes at this point now.
Yeah.
But they're all on different places, and only one of them is like a vocal album project. The rest of them are beat tapes.
Okay.
And they'll have like freestyles scattered in there, you know, like different things. But for the most part, like I just got that one first album. So I was like, I want to make this album sound real good, sound real crispy, get that one together, and then release them all in order. So do like a re-release of all of my older music, just like on all streaming platforms so everybody can listen.
Okay.
So that's the next thing, and I'm just gonna keep grinding with the shows. You know, I'm hoping to go on some type of a tour later on this year. You know, a North Carolina tour, go across go across the state. And then, yeah, keep pushing, try to get outside of the state too. I played South Carolina earlier this year, so I'm gonna play back in South Carolina again in August.
Okay.
I'm actually throwing a collaboration show with Beats Batch and a couple of other producers that's gonna be out in South Carolina, so it'll be like a South Carolina, North Carolina crossover for the beat community.
Yeah.
So that should be really exciting.
Word. Shout out to South Carolina.
Yes.
SC, baby.
Shout out to South Carolina. I know we go at it a lot, but y'all cool. Y'all all right. Y'all all right.
All right now.
Now, you mentioned Beat Batch. How did the Beat Batch project, how did that all come into fruition?
Well, yeah, quick little backstory.
Yeah.
Back in 2017, I was still in college. I had a group of friends that I met at a jam session, and they were all beat makers, but also musicians. And, you know, a lot of them, like, the original idea was for us to get together and have, like, a band of beat makers, essentially, but it kind of developed into throwing shows. And, like, I always say it wasn't like a completely original concept. I ended up discovering that like beat shows have been happening in Greensboro and in North Carolina for years, for a long, long time. But like to me, in my little world, this is a brand new thing.
Right.
You know, I was really excited.
Right.
And like these friends of mine really got me introduced to the beat world. They taught me like, you know, how to like, I don't know how to like integrate some of my creativity into beats. I got into doing like, you know, garage band beats on my phone. That's how I got started and everything. And we would throw shows at the Common Grounds on Elam and Walker.
Okay. Yeah.
Monthly shows, 4 artists, so it's like the same form that I have for Beats Batch.
Yeah.
Different artists every show. I will make the flyers back then too. I used to do these really cool ass collage flyers and everything. But yeah, so basically, you know, time goes on. We all graduate from college. Life happens. Everybody move. Like, you know, people move.
Get married, all that
get
stuff.
Married, people have babies. You know what I mean? Like, congratulations, babies. But, you know, like, life happens and things change. So, like, you know, Metronome, which was the name of the group, it just kind of like, you know, moved on with life. Everybody still makes music as far as I know, but like in our own respective spaces. It's only me and one other member that still lives here in Greensboro. So like, yeah, it was a couple years passed by. There's other beat maker communities that are in North Carolina that almost like represent the individual cities. Yeah. So it's like, you know, you got the Genius Party in Raleigh.
Shout out to Millie Vaughn. Yeah.
Low-Fi Lounge in Durham. Vacation Bay in Charlotte. Brown House in Durham too, you know. So there was like a lot of communities at that time. It was really just Metronome, Roundhouse, and Vacation Pay. That was the 3 that was like happening at the time, and a lot of those crews haven't like, you know, like things have changed. I think Roundhouse is more like a label now. You know what I mean? Like just things shift. So I was like, you know, I saw a swell in the community, especially in Greensboro. I was like, you know, I would love to just like throw something that felt. I also kind of like wanted to throw something that felt more like homegrown, that felt more like guerrilla, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like just kind of like off the beat and not polished in a way, because I felt like so many people felt like they needed to be pristine and perfect when they came into these spaces and didn't have spaces to experiment and just like really like be how they wanted to be. So I'd just be like, hey, like you get 30 minutes and you can do whatever you want, like whatever you want. I mean, don't be up here like I don't know. Yeah. Crazy. But still, like for the most part, you get creative freedom. So yeah, I just kind of created Beats Batch. I had a great partnership with Etc., which was a venue that hosted me the first time, and they were willing to really work with me and be straight up with me. And like I'm grateful for them for giving me the space and letting me like, you know, host it and get it going. And yeah, it's all she wrote. It's been 3 years now. 3 years now and counting. Yeah.
Dope. Yeah, I always wanted to know, because I think just from the outside looking in, if you're not connected, like you said, with all the beats, the Beat Batch stuff, like, so for me as an artist, if I'm looking for producers, you know what I mean? And I want them homegrown, that's where I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
It makes so. Do you get a lot of rappers, a lot of artists that show up to your beat batches too, or is it mostly producers? Okay.
It is a lot of.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a lot of rappers. I will say that it's more producers than it is rappers.
Yeah.
I feel like the community definitely like we kind of like go move in tandem.
Yeah.
But you know, like I'm trying to work on that a little bit more, especially with pitching to artists specifically, because I feel like it'd be cool to like cultivate that collaboration space. Because like I would love to see some of the art that could come out if certain artists came to the gig and connects with certain beat makers, it just like creates a new ground for that.
Yeah.
No, that's super dope because I know there's a lot of rappers out here that have no idea what the producers are.
Yeah, and they'll be asking about it, and I'm like,
rappers, we're everywhere. I promise you, we are.
Yeah.
Producers,
Yeah.
good luck finding them. Y'all like to be off in the corner.
It's true.
Minding your business.
We're behind the computer mixing some shit. That's what we at. We working.
Damn it, look, why you behind the computer? Tell somebody. They be saying like, yo, who was the producer?
I mean, but that's
Crickets.
what it's for. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
It's definitely, that's one of the reasons, and to just like give them a stage too. That the art doesn't, you don't always have to have vocals. The artist still stands on its own, so.
This is facts, because I would definitely sit and listen to some instrumentals.
Yes.
For hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all love to study the instrumentals. It's art still.
This is true. I definitely do.
Yeah.
Art still.
Definitely do. I be hearing stuff I ain't hear before. Like, wait a minute.
What is that? Is that Pete Rock?
Is that I didn't hear that trumpet in the background before.
Yeah.
Right. In your opinion, is there a difference between a beat maker and a producer?
I don't, I thought about this before. It's an interesting thing. This is a conversation.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Look, you about to start something.
Let's go.
Kyron always starting shit.
It's like, okay, I would imagine that producer almost seems like more of an umbrella term that represents a lot more. You know what I mean? Like if you could use the same word and add it to a different industry and it'll mean a different thing. You feel me? But you can't use beat maker in different worlds. Like if I go into the film world and say you're a producer, that means that you have money and you're paying for the production of this event.
Okay.
If you go into the music world and you're saying producer, it could mean that you are a cultivator of this space. You might not even be a musician yourself. You might just be the person that says, hey, I like what you do, I like what you do, I like what you do, let's get together and do this. That's a producer. But like, he might not make music at all. He might not make a lick of, not a tune.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I feel like beat makers do represent something that feels more like an active like engagement with the actual music. You know what I mean? With the actual creation of the music, versus I feel like production feels like a little bit more overarching. If I wouldn't even call myself a producer. You know what I mean? Unless I was talking about something different, I guess. I don't know. It just feels like a different word.
Okay.
To me.
I would say, I mean, I see what you're saying. I would say, I think a lot of times beat makers shortchange themselves by calling themselves beat makers.
Why you say that?
Because you're producing music, you're producing art.
True.
So
Yeah.
it may have the same scientific thing of a drum sample or whatever, but you are, in fact, producing something. So I think beat maker is more of a hip hop element term.
Yeah.
Or a term which is fine.
Yeah.
But I think beat making, the science of beat making itself, you're a producer.
Yeah, but I feel like we're saying the same thing.
Yeah, we're saying the same
like,
thing.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a producer can be a beat maker because a producer can be a lot of things, but a beat maker can be a producer because a beat maker is a specific thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like it's just like more of a straight and arrow term.
But I also think like you can, like a beat maker, like I'm trying to think of somebody who, because they're gonna say Dilla's a producer, right?
Right. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of somebody as a beat maker. Beat maker X. He or she can make a beat and hear things that are and get the format. And I think a producer can go in and say and create it on a different lane. Like, all right, I'm gonna take your beat, I'm gonna add this, I'm gonna add this. So it's like I would say a unification. I feel like the black dude on Living Color, the unification of the simile, the unification. So like it's almost like the producer can go in and elevate the beat to another level. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Quincy Jones is a hell of a producer.
Yeah.
Was or still is a hell of a producer. But maybe back in the day he was a beat maker. They just called it something different.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, I feel that.
All right, so my question about that is,
Here it goes.
no, you started.
I'm sorry,
What
y'all.
You mean?
I'm sorry.
Why did everything get turned on me when he started? Why?
I'm sorry.
Why? I didn't do it. He started. I was just
sorry.
asking questions.
I'm sorry, bro. No, I ain't
So
sorry,
why-
man. Go ahead and answer your damn question. It's like, go ahead, bro.
You might be after this. So why is it that the term beat maker gets people so riled up? Like if you call them a beat maker, I've heard people that call themselves producers like, oh, you a beat maker? Nah, I ain't no beat maker. Like, okay, like why does that get people under people's skin to an extent?
That's interesting, because you know what? Let me say this, that I feel like from my experience, it's been more about the label of DJ versus like producer.
Okay.
Like I would feel like I would be more like not necessarily offended, but like I would be a little more like bothered if you call me a DJ versus calling me a producer or calling me a beat maker. But like maybe like some people feel like it's limiting. Like just like you
Like
were
it's
saying,
put in a
like they
box.
might feel like producer is a bigger term. So like this is where I'm at. I'm more of I can, yeah. Maybe somebody views it. Maybe they view it as like a bigger term to be called a producer versus like I just make beats. You know what I mean? Like I don't view it as that because like I think a beat maker is a big term too.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to me. I'm a rapper, so I would look at it as the same thing to me. To be
Yeah.
honest with you. It's all the same thing to me.
I
No
mean,
offense.
it's all semantics when you get down to it. But I will say though, like if you call me a DJ, you're calling me a different thing.
Oh yeah,
Because
I understand them getting mad about getting called DJs
DJs play other people's music.
and calling DJs producers. I understand.
Producers play their own.
Yeah.
So it's a different thing.
I understand that. I understand that anger. I could get that, but it was just I never understood like why would you get mad about that? But go ahead, Kyron. I know you about to start some more. Go ahead.
He's winding up.
As a DJ enthusiast,
Oh, here we go. Oh, you struck a nerve. You struck a nerve. You struck a nerve.
I think some of your dopest beat makers were DJs.
Oh yeah.
So it's this, so to say like a DJ plays somebody else's music, I think, and I just have this feeling about DJing now. I've always had a love of DJing. I came into the DJ culture late in my career, but everything starts with the DJ, whether it's other people's music.
But like
From the origins of hip hop, it all starts with the DJ.
But
the DJ came first, then the MC came first.
But what is the DJ playing, dog? The beat that the beat maker made. You feel me? Like I'm just saying that like I guess what I mean though is like it's all semantics at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Beat makers are DJs. Like DJs are beat makers. We're all like the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I'm like playing a set and I'm playing all of my beats, I'm DJing my beats. You feel me? Like it's all just semantics. But when I say like a DJ plays somebody else's music, a beat maker plays their own, like I mean like DJs, I could DJ and like I could not know how to make music at all myself. You know what I mean? And I could be blending and I could be creating new spaces by blending and creating new music with that blend. But ultimately, like a beat maker is a label for somebody who is like going in the lab from scratch, like building a beat, making a song. You know what I mean? So like it's just semantics. It's just like, it just all represents different things.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
I'm not saying one's better than the other.
Oh no. I just saying that I think a lot of times when it comes to, especially in hip hop, most of your dope producers always started off as a DJ or they DJ while they was producing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have that ear.
Yeah,
and I
they
think,
go hand to hand.
It's like, oh, all right, so I know this works. Like if I'm a DJ and I'm playing if I'm playing a Jeezy song and I know that beat works, and I know it, I can go into the studio and make a beat similar to Jeezy, and I know it's gonna hit a certain crowd because I've seen it. So I think a lot of times, like being a DJ and a producer is like an extra gift, man.
Yeah, they're definitely going tandem. Like if you sampling, you DJing,
right.
Same thing.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think from my standpoint, because I'm neither one of those things. People on the outside, when they hear DJ and they hear people get upset about it, they're thinking more of the festival. You just standing behind the turntables playing your mixes, pumping your fist. They're not thinking about somebody the DJs that were beat makers or beat makers that were DJs. They actually sat down and did it from like scratch and made beats. They're thinking about all right, I'm at Coachella. They're thinking about those. They're thinking about them. Where I'm playing somebody else's music, adding some noise, some other noises into it, and here we go.
Right.
That's what when they hear DJ, I think that's what they're talking about. Not so much the all right, I'm at like the hip hop DJ. They're not talking about the old school like what you're thinking. They're thinking more.
Well, we're talking about people too that are also like not in these worlds.
This is true.
You know what I mean? They don't understand the nuance of each one of these titles, you know? Or, yeah.
This is true. I mean, again, there's more of them than there is of us, so.
I think it's more of us than there is them.
No, I'm talking about just people that aren't in it at all.
Oh, okay,
Like,
okay. Oh, yeah, God,
yeah.
My bad.
I'm talking about the people that aren't in it at all.
Yeah.
The people that are consuming.
Yeah, oh, yeah. There's a lot of
So
them.
it's more of them they're saying, hey,
Yeah.
like DJs, they're thinking DJ this way. As far as us, we're in it. We're
Right.
like, no, we're getting all technical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nerdy.
I mean, yeah.
That's where that nerd stuff come in, yeah.
Yeah, it
Well,
does.
actually.
And sometimes I feel like I gotta define that a little bit when it comes to like booking, especially when it comes to booking like beach batch.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, like y'all need to know that this is something different than that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So.
You're like, hey, we're gonna book you for this.
Like
But
I
that's
said,
not what I'm gonna be doing.
Says,
So
DJ says it's like, nah, y'all, like this is like they're playing their beats. This is a showcase of them showing the beats that they create. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you like to do outside of create music?
damn it, you beat me to it.
Okay. Do you want to know more work or do you want to know like fun things that I like to do?
Fun things. I don't care about
fun.
work.
We're talking about work enough.
Right. Tell him, JR.
There's plenty of things.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, I guess outside of music and art stuff, I love roller skating.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love roller skating.
Hold on, we four wheels or we inline?
Quads, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely skating quads and like, you know, I love jam skating, going out to like little parks, you know, play my music, skate around.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my things, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm always working, y'all. I'm trying to think about like, and my work is my fun. So at the same time, if I'm like home or whatever, I like doing block printing, and that's how I make my t-shirts. So
Okay.
I'll like, you know, carve out the design that's on the block and like print them like almost like stamps on t-shirts. I love doing that. I don't know, I'll be hiking.
Okay.
I'll be kayaking, yeah. I love the
Kayaking.
Okay.
outdoors.
Hold up.
Yes.
Kayaking.
Yeah.
What?
Y'all rock with kayaks?
I don't know too many of us that be a kayak.
Oh, word.
Yeah, am I wrong?
I mean, I know what it is. I did
Y'all
it back
know
in
it.
college, but
I know what it is.
yeah,
I know what it is.
but for like an active
say-
participant in
Yeah,
kayaking,
no,
I feel you. I feel
Y'all
you.
don't go to kayaks for real?
I
All right,
ain't-
that's gonna be the next thing. We gonna go out. We gonna go kayaking.
Hold up. Who,
Make sure-
I'm hit y'all
talking
up.
about
We'll
who
go
in here can
kayaking.
swim?
Oh, I can swim.
Everybody in
I've
here
been swimming since I was 3, so
Yeah.
I can swim, bro.
Y'all can swim?
I can
Yeah.
swim, I just don't
You
float.
can't swim?
Well, I can only swim. I can only swim if I'm about to die.
That's not the same thing, Surreal.
I was able to swim that day.
Okay,
Okay, extra.
I will tell you.
Extra life jacket for this one.
Yeah.
Yo, little backstory on me. I was a swimming girl. Like my family, we're all swimmers, and we were lifeguards too. So like that hurts my heart that you can't swim, dog.
Oh, well,
Let me know if you need some
got
swim
it.
lessons. You need some swim lessons. I got you.
Alright.
And none of y'all drowning on my.
Oh,
watch.
Oh no, I can swim.
we
so
Michael
you good.
Phelps over here.
Yeah.
We good
Oh,
buddies.
okay, Michael
Y'all can
Phelps.
swim.
All
We
right,
good.
then.
Kayak,
can swim.
that water gonna be moving fast, ain't it?
He think.
Yo, you talking about whitewater rafting?
He think about rafting. He think about
He said that water gonna be moving fast. Like,
Look, absolutely not. If we're talking about rafting.
is the water gonna be moving fast?
Y'all see the beginning of Mufasa?
Yeah, I ain't rafting shit.
Y'all
No.
watch Mufasa?
I haven't watched
Nah, I
Mufasa,
see
but
it.
Oh, y'all gonna think of this conversation.
all right.
He got swept away. He got swept away in the current.
Man, in the water.
Yeah,
Some
I ain't-
Moses.
yeah, I
Yeah,
ain't-
I got
We
you.
not going whitewater rafting. It's still
Yeah, it's
water.
kayak, bro.
Yeah, you just
You just
Kayak, you just
get
in
an
the
oar.
lake getting
You
it,
just-
bro.
get on your board, just
Just getting it, just like you
getting
said.
it.
It's all for
Yo, look, your arms gonna burn like a motherfucker, boy, I promise you.
You try
Yeah,
to be sore the next day, but
yeah, them shoulders.
but it's
I had
them
swimming
shoulders.
lessons and everything.
But your shoulders
You
gonna be
just-
toned. Like,
Yeah.
come on now,
You had them, man.
keep them things. You know, gotta keep it
Yeah.
right.
Keep it right.
Mad with a pad.
Yeah.
Kayaking, rafting? Hell no. Kayaking?
Yeah, I haven't done the whitewater rafting.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But I
not.
would do it.
Nope.
I would do it. I wouldn't get on a roller coaster, but I would go whitewater rafting.
You scared of heights?
Yeah, I am scared of heights and like very fast speeds. I don't really rock with that. Mainly because outside of nature, though. You feel me? Like it's like you know what I'm saying? Like, who made this?
Right. Why? What makes you think this was a good idea?
I'm just like,
I'm gonna go really high, then we gonna come down really
and you
fast,
just about to drop me,
and then
like,
go upside down.
So you don't like to fly? I mean, like
I'm just
play
not.
airplanes? You go with airplanes?
I'm okay with airplanes.
It's just
I used to love airplanes, and then I've been in some car accidents, and I just like that it'd be scaring me. The turbulence,
Listen,
get me shook up a little bit.
Listen, that turbulence, fuck that.
Turbulence.
I'd be scared as shit. You ever been on a plane when it sound like the engine shut off and shit? But it's really just them cruising
Y'all
and
ever
shit.
seen Final Destination?
Listen.
Y'all ain't seen Final Destination?
yeah.
Listen.
I get nervous around with the tree logs. The tree logs.
On the back of the truck.
What?
On the
Yeah,
back
I'm
of
I
the
had one in
truck.
front of me the other day. I said,
Yeah,
hell, no,
nah,
I'm
I'm
from behind
good.
this motherfucker.
I'm in the other lane. Like
Yeah,
2 lanes
I'm moving,
over.
bro.
I said,
I'm moving
what?
over,
I
bro.
literally I said, what in the Final Destination? Hell, no, I'm out of this.
Yeah.
That's it.
Facts.
That's it.
Facts.
That's it. But like I like flying. You know, I like traveling. So
Okay.
love
Okay.
traveling.
All right, where have you been since you love traveling?
Okay, recently I've been traveling a little bit. Recently, I just went to Salt Lake City
Oh, nice.
last
Hell,
year.
was in Salt Lake City.
I'll tell you what. Actually, my friend hit me up. She went out there for a work trip, and she invited me along.
Okay.
Which was really fun. And we ended up going. We spent it was just about like a week and a half, and we spent half of it in Salt Lake City and the other half of it in Moab, Utah. So like half of it was in the city. You know, I'm exploring the actual downtown. I went to a couple little bars. I ended up running into a beat show in Salt Lake City, which is crazy. I don't know how that happened. The universe knows I love hip hop. But
Beach
yeah.
show in Salt Lake City.
And then Utah, and then we went to Moab, and I went to go see the arches, and I went to do some crazy hiking, some climbing and stuff. It was cool.
Oh, you be rock climbing too?
I did a little bit of rock climbing. They said I was a natural. I did some crazy climbing up there. It was wild. I met a black base jumper. I did all kind of stuff. It was fly. It was very
What the
fly.
fuck y'all got going on in Utah,
Yo,
bro?
pull up to Utah, yo. Don't sleep on Utah. It's actually pretty fly out there. Like, it's fly. There should be more black people out there. Let me just say that. The rocks look like us. It looked like me.
Oh, yeah,
I was
it's
like,
beautiful out there, bro.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're twins. Anyway, that was fly. And then I just, I went to Charleston around like February, around my birthday. So
Okay.
that was real cool. Got to travel out there. And next, I guess I'm gonna go back to Charleston in August, like I said, and I really want to go out, hopefully to Philly. I want to check Philly out, see what it's like up there.
It's angry.
It's
Angry,
It's very angry in Philly.
angry. That's the only word he says.
It's very
Philly's.
angry.
It's Philly's dope.
Philly's dope.
It's dope.
Philly's dope.
It's dope.
I'd like to do that with my brothers from Philly.
Yeah,
He angry all the time.
The
Philly's dope.
reviews I get when I say, "Hey, I want to go see Philly," it's never like, "Oh, Philly." It's always like, "Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Philly. Yeah,
It's Philly.
it's Philly.
oh, okay."
Look,
It's Philly.
Their motto is, "We're from Philly. We fight." That's
Yeah, yeah.
You know
Philly
what?
is-
But it's pride. I appreciate that. People need to fight more in Greensboro.
Do we?
Maybe. Maybe.
I mean, maybe we stop. I mean, if it,
Doing all the hating and stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, say it to my face.
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah. Cause
Like-
listen,
Uh-oh. Get him.
listen.
So,
Some
you
of
know
y'all,
what I mean? Say it right to me.
Get him.
some of y'all would not be as brave.
Hey.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really want to check out Philly. I've been thinking, about my next place to call home base, and I would love
Okay.
to see what Philly is like.
Okay.
Yeah. Philly's dope.
All right. So hold up. Travel wise, have you ever thought about going out of the country, and where would you want to go?
Yes, I want to go to Brazil. That's my
I want
first
to go to
pick.
Brazil too.
I mean, I told y'all about my Brazilian backstory, but the way you said
Yeah,
that,
I want to go to Brazil too.
the eyes.
We all know why I want to go to
I
goddamn
was about to
Brazil.
say, I was
Let's not
about
act
to
like
say,
it.
the eyes was like, you
Let's
might
not
as well
act
go ahead and
like
say it.
we
Talk
all know
about
why I wanna go to
shorties.
Brazil.
Come
We
on
know why I
now.
wanna go to Brazil.
Come
All the
on now.
beaches. Tetra
I mean,
Brazil.
I would be lying if I said I'm not about to be with the little samba shorties that do that little.
Yeah,
that-
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Going to see the beaches.
Go to the beach The plan is to be at the beach where everybody is barely like everybody just like we all out here. We just
that's the base. That's the beach to be at. You know what I mean?
Everybody
Just be naked.
wearing a string. You said it. You said it. I thought you said it. Wearing strings.
Wearing strings.
Just like hanging, listening to beautiful music, drums. The drums just like going through you. Vibrations. It's vibrational healing.
Yeah.
Brazil is first on the list for sure,
Okay.
but I would also love to go to like Europe. I would love to check out Amsterdam. Definitely would love to go to Africa, Senegal. I'd be eating food so bad. Please, I just want to go to Senegal and eat. That's all I want to do. Eat and dance. Yeah, I just want to be like Anthony Bourdain, or like I want to be like Action Bronson. Just go on tour and eat good food.
Yeah.
Make
Damn
music,
shit what he does too.
eat good food. That's what I
Yeah.
want. That's
he
what I
weird
want to
shit
do.
too though, because he'll go there and try shit.
That's what I want to do so bad.
I'm
Just
like-
try some weird shit.
Nah, I'll do that.
I love that. Take me to Tokyo. I'll try some octopus.
Pussy. Yeah, I feel
Yo,
you.
calamari's good.
Hell yeah.
Calamari's good.
Calamari is good.
Nah, look, just don't go to the
Sorry,
Philippines
it's
and get that
overrated.
and get
Calamari
that
is
damn
overrated.
egg.
Get the sea urchin.
Nah. In the Philippines, they be eating I forgot what they call it. It's basically like an egg with like an unhatched baby bird, and they be eating that shit.
Oh, I might not do that one.
Yeah, don't do that one.
That made me
Yeah,
sad.
don't do that one.
The
Look,
baby
it's disgusting.
bird.
Poor Tweety.
We was just looking.
I know we was looking at the
Oh,
bird.
Just
Yeah.
No, they just
Oh,
getting
hey.
started.
Yeah,
Just
man.
getting started.
All right, so backstory real quick. We got outside the studio. We got some baby birds in the nest outside the awning. In the awning, we was just talking about that. Now I'm talking about
Eat one of them.
people. What the hell, Phantom? That was the Phantom, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, when in Rome.
Look, I'm letting them.
I can hear you
No.
picking up.
Maybe.
Yeah, you picking up, brother.
You picking
yeah,
up.
Yeah, you picking up.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
Yeah, we got you.
we got you.
He want to eat unhatched birds. All right.
Traveling.
It's
It
crazy.
was 5 birds in there.
And one missing, and he in here eating some
Crazy
wings.
work.
Right.
Crazy work. Crazy work. Y'all need a 360 camera in this thing.
I'm trying
That's
to
what
tell
y'all
you.
need.
Crazy work. It's like this every Sunday.
Oh my
Man.
God.
Oh, we are terrible people.
Yeah.
I'm not. He is. He wants to eat baby birds and stuff. That's terrible.
Ah,
It's the cuisine.
and I'll sip my drink.
Yeah. Go ahead, relax a little bit, gal. Yeah.
He's over here. Oh man.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
No, because I was about to get way more off topic. Go ahead.
oh, okay. No. So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
That was my next serious
Interview
question. I
question.
hate you.
Yeah. Interview question.
Okay, where do I see myself in 5 years? Oh, Lord. Because I'm getting older, y'all. Lord.
Hey.
Look.
I'm just in this room right now. Chill out. Chill out.
Trust. Yeah. you-
Okay,
yeah, you
but
ain't
I
doing
am the oldest I've ever been in my life. Okay.
And so are we. And we're older than you. Chill out.
Okay, word. But the thought is though that in 5 years,
it. Yeah.
I will be 30 something. I'll be in my mid 30s.
In 5 years, you be in your mid 30s.
Yes, yes. Ideally, I would love. Okay, ideally,
Okay.
I would love to be in a space where my music is. I'm independently working in my music and my art. I feel like I love the spaces that I work for, but I would really love to be working for myself. I really would love to be completely independent and be creating and cultivating spaces for other people. And like that would look like, a certain level of independence for me to be able to show love and show support to the
Yeah.
others and be able to support myself. So like that's really the biggest goal, I guess, that I really, really want to reach, so that I can live in my creativity, so that I can like live an Action Bronson life too. Shit, I mean, and just be able to like experience the world in a really truly creative lens. And like, I feel like I'm still a little bit in survival mode right now, and I would really love to get out of that survival mode. Yeah, maybe I'm married with a kid. That's cool, but we'll see.
Okay.
And that's that. I guess that's it. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else. I would just, that's the main thing. I'd love to be able to travel when I feel and,
Yeah.
just like live freely. That's the goal. Maybe I'm, on the beach in Brazil. I got a gig later on, It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna meet up with some random Brazilian people and we're gonna jam, and then I'm gonna come back to North Carolina and get up with y'all, and we're gonna do a show at the biggest new venue in Greensboro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be bigger than
Tanger,
Tanger.
yeah.
Bigger than Tanger.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna be at D-Pack packing out D-Pack.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
You all right, JR?
Oh no, I thought you sitting there like that. Something else
No, it's 5 years. No, I do have a series of questions I did when I asked.
See, that's why I didn't say that.
All right.
And this is, let me see if I can still remember them. We did this with Forever Jabron. You ever watch Inside the Actor Studio? Mm-hmm. You know the questions that they ask at the very end? Mm-hmm. I was going to ask you those questions.
Rapid fire.
The rapid fire ones.
Okay, yeah.
A noise that you love.
A noise that I love. Oh, that's interesting.
Rapid fire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So I got to be quick.
Come on.
So I got to be quick. Okay. The sound of my cat running to the door when I come home.
Noise that you hate.
Noise that I hate. People that sneeze really loud.
Favorite cuss word.
Shit.
Why she turning to my man from the wire?
Shit. If you had to do a profession other than yours, what would you love to do?
Oh, I have like 3 things.
All right.
Tattoo artist.
Okay.
Mural artist.
Okay.
Welder.
Welder. Okay.
Or
okay.
like maybe working on cars.
Okay. All right.
I would love to work on cars.
What's a profession you know definitely you would never want to do?
I'm never working for a restaurant again. You got me fucked up. You know what I mean? Like,
Shit.
yeah, like I wouldn't want to. I just couldn't do like fast food, like anything like a restaurant where it's like service industry, like straight, like where people are expecting their like really, really fast. Like I can't do it, y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay. If heaven exists, what would you want God to say to you when you enter the pearly gates?
I'm proud of you.
That's dope.
I guess. Yeah. I'm
Cool.
proud of you.
Okay.
You did good.
Cool.
You did good.
You did great.
Thanks.
But you did good. First we had to think about it a little bit, but we good. We got it together.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was fun.
Yeah. And then it's done.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's all that. Yeah.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
All right, Katie. So we kind of think we about to get ready to wrap it up. So by the end of the year, when people think about Katie Boulevard, when they hear the name Katie Boulevard, what do you want them? What's the first thing you want to have pop in their mind?
I want them to imagine having a really good vibe at a show. You know what I mean? Like the first thing that popped into my mind is imagining like them at an outdoor show. They got like maybe their favorite drink in their hand. You know, they had a really good day. And this song is really like just like a nice vibe. They're swaying, the sun's in their face, you know what I'm saying? Like just a feel good energy that you would want to like, reconnect to.
Okay. I like that. The perfect day for that shit too.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day outside.
Perfect day for that shit.
Today is the vibe.
So if you cooking out,
let
us know.
Let us know.
I was about to say, let me know. I need a dog. Let me know. I need a dog
plate.
and a brew.
I need a plate.
I need a plate, bro.
You know what I mean?
A dog and a burr.
Yeah. Dope.
Damn, my grilled hot dog looks not good right now.
Come on now.
I don't even care.
Real
Y'all,
crispy.
if you call it glizzy, I'll smack you. All right, I'm sick of this. I'm a grown man. I ain't got time for that.
Where did that come from anyway?
That's New York. It's New York. Nothing weird. I said it.
Okay. I understand that. Okay.
You know I'm right. That's why you ain't say nothing.
No, I don't understand what I didn't hear what y'all was talking about.
I said we both said grilled hot dogs sound good. And I was like, don't call it a glizzy because I don't care. I'm grown. Ain't got time for that. And I was like, that's from New York.
Oh, okay, please.
I said
Okay.
New York is weird.
Yeah, they weird. Yeah.
See,
Shout out to New York. We love y'all, but
terminology.
y'all motherfuckers do be
A
weird.
lot of
sometimes.
terms.
Yeah.
Yeah. We love
Yeah.
y'all. So, and on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get ready to get on up out of here. Once again, thank you to Miss Katie Boulevard for coming through. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. We appreciate you. Definitely gonna have you back. We definitely have to try and facilitate this work that we was talking about. Then we gonna make that happen. I was like, don't sneeze last. She was gonna.
That's right. You see how exactly? I was like,
I was like, don't sneeze last. You gonna get
listen that team. Shit. Shit. That's funny
Oh,
shit.
damn, I'm good. So this is NuMainstream Talks. I am your host, Just JR. That is my man's,
Kyra Scott.
and this is.
Katie Boulevard.
Let them know where you can find you at.
Yes,
Get out of here.
you can find me at katie.blvd on Instagram. If you Google Katie Boulevard, don't spell out the whole boulevard, just BLVD. You'll find all of my things. I'm also a visual artist too, so if you want to check out some of my visual art, you can find it on there on my website, katieboulevard.com.
.com.
KatieBoulevard.com. All right, y'all. So look, before we get out of it, make sure you download the app.
Download the app, y'all.
NuMainstream that's in you, like the Nubian kings and queens that you are.
Facts.
Shout out to Fandom for that. Had to steal that from him. Download that, not now, but
Right now.
We got all your news, fashion. Of course, we got the music. We got music for Katie Boulevard on there. You got the Nubian Collective. You got Kyra Scott. You got all these other artists that's amazing that you need to hear. And we got more coming. So make sure you check that out. Also, you'll be able to find this podcast there as well. And much more. So with that being said, I am Just JR. You find me everywhere, which is on Instagram. JR or Pap, JRORPAP. And Mr. Kyra Spot, I know you got stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
So
Just go to blackversekai.com. That's BLKVERSEKY.com. Everything is under blackversekai.com, baby.
All right. And on that note, we are out of here. We love y'all. Peace.
Peace.